Running, jumping, leaping towards love. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfic, Part 2. Oh my god, is this actually real? Marinette said to herself again for the 5th time in the 30 minutes she had been on the bus. Alia was on her shoulder, fast asleep. But it didn't matter. What did matter at the time was what the heck she had just witnessed and how it applied to her life. Marinette stared out the window, attempting to convince herself that it was not what she saw. It was a giant bug. I was just nervous, and my eyes played a trick on me. It was his mother's stress ball that he was throwing around. Nothing worked. She knew it in her heart that she had seen what she thought she did. It had to be Plagg. How could it not be? It was so obviously him. Marinette's mind was at war with her heart. It was clear that she had seen the Kwame, but Adrientte could not be Chat Noir. Her godly and lovable crush could not be her annoying and admittedly also lovable partner. Alia shifted on Marinette's shoulder, causing her to snap out of her internal conflict and look around the bus. She had accidentally made eye contact with Adrientte, which made her cheeks heat up, and she looked away. Out of the corner of her eyes, she could see the smile Adrientte had shown her turn into a sad frown. God, it hurt her that she had made him sad. She never wanted to see that sunshine ray frown again. Hey, Marinette, what events are you doing? Adrientte asked. Marinette looked at him, surprised that he would ask her a question after she had ignored his smile, or at least he probably thought she did. But then again, that was the blonde sweetie, always kind to everyone. I'm doing the hurdles and 100-meter dash, she said after a few seconds of getting her brain to work again. Cool, I'm doing hurdles too, he said brightly. Marinette couldn't fight the smile growing on her face. Oh heck, she didn't try to either. Well, what other events are you doing? Doing? She asked. I am also doing the long jump and 400 relays, Adrientte said, ignoring the messy jumble of words Marinette had created and called a sentence. Oh, I've always wanted to do the relays, but I kept dropping the baton and not handing it off right, she said, thinking of all the times she was yelled at for doing such acts. Marinette couldn't help that she was clumsy. It just happened. It's okay. I'm sure you'll get more coordinated. But honestly, I've always been very surprised when you drop things. No offense. You just play so many video games. You probably have great hand-eye coordination when you're gaming, Adrientte admitted. Oh, yeah, I'll probably grow out of it, she agreed, hoping that would be true. It was so embarrassing constantly falling in front of other people. It also meant she could help her parents as a server when they catered. Okay, kiddos, we're almost at the track, so start stretching and getting ready to get off, the coach said loudly to wake all the sleeping people up. Alia sat up and rubbed her eyes. Just saying, I could wake up with a simple tap rather than a person yelling, Alia said quietly to Marinette, who just giggled. Come on, it's our first meet. It's gonna be so exciting, Marinette said, bouncing in her seat. Alia rolled her eyes and smiled. Yeah, it's fun when you're fast and fly past everyone, she said in a pointed tone. Marinette scrunched her nose and crossed her arms, pretending to be more offended than she was. I'm not fast. I just like to run, she defended. Alia smiled and got up. Yeah, tell that to your time that's 5 seconds away from the school record for a 100-meter dash, she smirked, before quickly squeezing through the aisle to avoid Marinette pulling her back into their seat. Everyone trailed off the bus and set down their stuff at the school tent. I'm so glad I brought my extra battery charger. I won't want to miss filming an Akuma if my phone died, and I could have prevented it, Alia said. Marinette laughed. I doubt we'll have one. And let's not hope either. Besides, there's so many other places there could be an attack. How would you know it would be here? Marinette reasoned. Alia tapped Marinette's nose. Why, it's elementary, my dear Mari. Chloe's here, she said, directing Marinette's gaze towards Chloe. Chloe had come in her own limo rather than riding the bus like everyone else. Who could ever ask her to sit on a bus with everyone else? Why would you ask of such a thing? Of course she had to go in her own car and bring a lounge chair and side table to set her glass of lemonade on. Sabrina fanned and fussed over her the way you'd expect to see an Egyptian pharaoh being treated. Why did she even need cooling off? Was a mystery to both Marinette and Alia. She wasn't even going to run. As announced before, Sabrina would be replacing her in races and collect the ribbons later. Apparently, nothing short of luxury and the best was fit for Chloe. Marinette threw her normally pigtailed hair into a high ponytail, making Alia tilt her glasses and pretend to check her out. Dang, Alia said, making Marinette crack up. Look at you, she winked back. Okay, if you'd stop flirting with my girlfriend, you can go warm up. Nino rolled his eyes. Marinette and Alia both laughed and quickly headed out to the track. I think someone is jealous, Marinette laughed, looking back at Nino, who playfully glared at her. I think so too, Alia laughed, looking at her boyfriend. The coach began to announce the different events that the runners were in and who was in said events. Alia Césaire, 800-meter dash and shot put, he called in a bored tone. He was only at letter C, but clearly he was getting tired. Alia and Marinette clasped their hands together, both excited for the day. When the coach was done explaining everything, he gave the signal for everyone to do a warm-up, which were 2 laps around the track. The girls ran side by side, egging each other to go faster and faster. Of course, Marinette was the faster one out of the 2. Not that she'd ever admit it. She was Ladybug, after all, and after years of running around the city as fast as she could every day, for hours sometimes, she got pretty athletic and fast. Not to mention her running around and everything from being late to everything and basically anything. Finished, Marinette said cheerfully as they passed the starting line for the second time. Alia bent over and was panting to catch her breath. I said that you were athletic. she said in between breaths. Marinette laughed and handed her friend a water cup. It's just all the running I do to get to class on time, Marinette explained. Alia smiled and took a sip. That's true, she said, slightly pointing the water cup at Marinette. Hey, are you guys ready? Marinette heard the voice that she'd grown to love. Oh God, it was Adrienne! She jumped up like a cat that was scared by a toaster and fled off to the side. Her arms flailed around, her whole body not working right. Yeah, we're so ready, especially our little torpedo Marinette, Ollie answered, grabbing Marinette's arm to make her act at least semi-normal. Yeah! Marinette said in a voice that was way too high-pitched and way too fast. Adrienne smiled. That's awesome! You are super fast, he complimented. Thanks! You are, super fast, too! Like an airplane, or like Superman, or like a cheetah, and other fast-going things. Marinette rambled till Ollie slammed her hand against her mouth to stop the nonsense. As much as Alia loved her friend, her dear Marinette was a fool around Adrienne. Adrienne just watched the scene with kind, unjudging eyes. Well, okay, on that note, all of you guys better go fast, Nino said, laughing at Marinette's craziness, Alia's tactics to stop Marinette, and Adrienne's calmness, yet total confusion in the entire situation. Haha, imagine running, he laughed. Alia crossed her arms. Imagine managing. She raised a brow with a smile. You got me there, Nino said, making finger guns. Alia rolled her eyes and laughed. How many times do I have to tell you? Finger guns are so dumb, she said. Nino gasped dramatically and tried to place a hand on his heart. Wrong side, Adrienne whispered. Nino quickly shifted his hand to the left side, making Alia and Marinette laugh out loud. They are, though, Marinette smiled. This time, it was Adrienne's turn to gasp. Finger guns are the mark of kings, he exclaimed, and as if on cue, he and Nino jumped up and shot out finger guns at the girls, making them fall over and laughing. Their eyes closed and tears of joy formed. Marinette opened her eyes and wiped away the tears. She smiled at Nino and Adrienne. Her heart skipped a beat when she saw Adrienne, though, and it was not for the reason you would think. Oh God, he really does look like Chat Noir.